Hello, folks, and how are you all doing? Welcome to my thoughts on a book. And today's book is Wonder by R.J. Palacio. There will be spoilers. So, Wonder is the story of August, who's a pretty regular 10-year-old boy. Besides the fact that he was born with so it was a combination of a thing and also a genetic mutation, and he was born with a very deformed face, very deformed. And here we follow him through his first time going to, I guess you can kind of call it that, going to school, because up until now he was homeschooled. He's 10 years old. He's going to, I don't know what grade that would be, because this is in Hebrew, so they wrote kitahei and not grade. So anyway, you will know. I only know it like this. And so we follow him throughout his school year, with such a face, it's probably not easy. And we learn throughout the book how uneasy it is, how he's already used to, everyone staring at him. And also in here we don't just have his point. This book, how it goes, it's not exactly chapters; it's point of views. You have point of views. Now most of the book you could say is August's point of view, and there's also the point of view of his sister Olivia, of his friend Jack, of his new friends, his new friend Jack, his new friend Summer, of Justin, Olivia's new boyfriend, and Miranda, Olivia's friend. I mean, I think towards the end they become friends again, although they don't say that exactly. And how all of them are coping with different things that we learn about through the book. Now I really enjoyed this book. I just read through it. I couldn't stop. It was addicting. So I buddy read this with Melissa and Liko from Liko Likes loves books, and Melissa from Melissa and Barnesy reads. By the way, ladies, if you see this, sorry I didn't let you know. I already finished. I literally finished this just like 20 minutes ago. I was like, I have to talk about it. So, um, right. So some more things I wanted to say. Just a little out of it. It's late. What can I say? I love August. I really do. I thought he was an awesome character. I mean, yeah, the deformity of the face. I've been in, as I told you before, in the school for kids with special needs. We had all sorts of faces, all sorts of bodies. There's little that can really shock me at this point. And oh, and I think August is one of the few characters I read that I actually have, I can say physically, things in common with. I see we both spend a lot of time in the hospital as kids. That's fun. Hospitals are super fun. And also, we both have a genetic mutation. That's fun, too. No, but seriously, I could relate to him. I really could, in that regard. And sometimes people do look at me. I'm, I'm certain not as much as at him. And for me, it's mostly kids. Yeah. So, just. I get him what he means when he says, I just want people not to notice me. I get that sometimes too, although I'm certain not as much as him. Besides me really loving this book, there's some parts in here that I'm just. It's the cynic in me. Throughout this whole book, I mean, in the end, there's this, speech. August gets an award for, courage and not courage, being. I don't know how that would be in English because again, it's the Hebrew one. But he gets the wait. What did he call it? What award? It's great. I just finished the book and I don't remember the name of the award. Here it is. From the guy that was in the school. Okay, where was he? Uh, There's a problem sometimes having the Hebrew translations. Henry Ward Beecher. I hope I read the school name correctly. So he got that award, for raising love in everyone's house. And don't get me wrong, it was a really emotional moment. But the cynic in me was like, does this actually happen in real life? I mean, to be fair, I haven't been in a regular school long. I have been a few years until I was 11. I don't really remember much, but I mean, I don't know. I find it hard to believe, the whole school suddenly and everyone throughout the book they start to, become friends. And then this incident in their school trip, and I don't know, I just kind of find it hard to believe. I mean, this is like for the board for Misad Hinuch. The Ministry of Education chose this, and don't get me wrong. I mean, optimism is good, but this book has turned out to be just, I don't know, maybe for me a little too optimistic. And funnily enough, August not. I mean, August is a real realistic kid, and he makes cynical remarks occasionally. I really love that. But really, the whole ending, the whole as they were also as I was reading about the ceremony, I was like, they're gonna give him. The police agrees with me. They're gonna give him an award. I knew it. I just knew it as I read it. I was like, they're gonna give him some reward for something. It's gonna be one of those moments. I can't help it. It's the cynic inside of me. I'm just, I find this far fetched. I don't know. I mean, again, nothing wrong with a bit of optimism, but I think this is just a little too much optimism. I'm not saying that people like his. It wasn't exactly a principle like Mr. Lawrence do exist, but I don't know. I just think in a lot of situations in life, one probably wouldn't be this happy and optimistic. Although again, I could be wrong, but it's just how I feel about it. I mean, I did love this book, but those parts were kind of, for me anyway, were a little. I kind of struggled to believe that. But overall, I really did enjoy the story. It was awesome, and I also finally read it after seeing it for so long around. Well, it's also this picture. I do kind of wonder though how they made him in the movie. There's a movie now out about this, and I'd actually watch it, see how they made it. So yes, right, recommending. Uh, I actually have no idea what genre this is, to be honest with you. Fiction? Yeah, fiction. Okay, yeah, it's fiction. So if you like fiction, I recommend you give this a try. If you want to read this, give this a try. Honestly, I don't know what else. Anyway, I recommend you give this a try. I enjoyed, and I gave it 4 stars. So that is it. These are my thoughts. What are yours? Have you read this book? What do you think about this? Till next time. Bye.